Hi everybody, Eric Crawford from WDRB Sports here again from my room here at the Omni Hotel in the CNN Center in Atlanta, where we've been covering SEC football media days, John Lewis and I. We've had a lot of reporting online and on the air. I want to give you a little bit of a bonus, and I've been thinking about doing behind the scenes kind of stuff, but I don't want to do that tonight. I want to devote tonight's little video to some things that were said today by Kenneth Horsey. Kenneth is a sixth-year senior offensive lineman from the University of Kentucky. A couple years back, he had open heart surgery, had a condition that required surgery. He had to have that attended to. He had a long recovery. And today at Media Day with electronic media, he was asked, I'll let you hear the question, he was asked about the experience of coming back from that and what it has meant to his life and his football career. And the reason I want him to have a say in this, because I think what he said is important to anybody going through any kind of adversity, medical or otherwise. And I was just very impressed. You know, he had an offensive line coach, John Schlarman, who passed away not long ago at Kentucky. He dealt with cancer and was an inspiration to everybody that played for him. And I'm always impressed at how important it is for those guys who played for him to keep talking about his legacy and thereby keeping it alive. So this is just a great little moment. I thought better than most you get at a media day, certainly better than what you usually get on a podium. I want you to listen to it in its entirety. Listen to Kenneth and what he has to say. It's really good.
All right. Kenneth, coming off your surgery a couple of years ago on your heart, can you talk about going through that, how that process molded you into the man that you are today?
Yes, sir. I believe it, while it was very tough, I believe it allowed me to take a step back and really evaluate who I was, what I was doing, and why I was doing it. You know, going from playing football, playing every snap, I was multi-sport, so I was doing shot put and discus at the time. You know, just going from doing all of those things to not being able to help your mom with the groceries when she comes in, and just little things like that it really makes you question who you are, you know. And that's what really helped me understand that it was important to be more than just a football player. Who was I when I didn't have a uniform on? What was I representing, you know? And I believe those are lessons that have come with me through this process that have allowed me to really even be able to get up here on this stage in front of y'all. You know, being able to have that patience, that determination, the dedication, and just being fully bought into the mission, no matter what the cost was. Because as I was going through this, Coach Schlarman was diagnosed with cancer, going through things worse than me. But he was still able to come out every day, anytime he could, and just be able to put a smile on everybody's face, being able to be that energy guy, that support guy, the guy that you could lean on. You're not supposed to lean on the man that has cancer. The man that has cancer is supposed to lean on you. But that man was so strong and resilient that it didn't matter. He was always going to do whatever he could. He loved us that much. I remember one time we was in practice, and he had chemo that day. So, of course, nobody expected Coach Schlarman to be there. You just finished your chemotherapy, like, go home, go to sleep. That all you see is Coach Schlarman coming down the hill on a golf cart with a smile on his face, ready to be at practice and just ready to have a good time, because it wasn't a job to him. You know, he really loved what he was doing. And it helped me really learn to not just love football, but to love the approach and to love practice, because all of those things get taken for granted. Not everybody wants to practice and lift weights every day. But get you an open heart surgery, and next thing you know, you can't lift for 2-3 months. Next thing you know, you're itching to get into a weight room, you know? But I want to be somebody that can help guys without having to go through life-changing instances before they realize they can make these connections, you know, to make that connection that no matter what, it's all about your approach, you know. And Coach Schlarman was just always that. He was always just reminiscent of that. And I believe that just played a big part in how I was able to stay strong, because how am I supposed to walk in with sad and depressed or anything like that, no matter what my situation is, when coach just came in off of chemotherapy, off of chemo, and he's still smiling, he's still ready, and he still has everybody lifted up. So I just think that just plays a part in his legacy, and just I want to pass that determination, that strength, that drive on. I want to pass that on to the younger guys, because Coach Longman's legacy will always live on through us.
There's not much I want to add to that, except that this is why we cover sports and why these stories are very important. And these are the best kinds of stories. I'll have a column on Kenneth and what he was talking about in the morning. But the reason that these games are important and the reason these sports are important is that they can sometimes, if we're lucky, teach us things about life in a broader sense. And I think that's very much what Kenneth was working on today. I loved what he said when he started to talk about thinking about, who am I without the uniform on? It's a great question for athletes all over the place, a great thing for them to think about. And I just thought that was the moment. That was the moment that I'll remember, 5 years from now from this media day, when everything else is probably gone, is that answer. Wanted to share it with you. We'll have more of these at WDRB.com. Thank you guys for watching and streaming. Lots of coverage from SEC Media Day, online and on the air. Thanks very much.